Hey, stay cool. Well, welcome to Restopia. Yeah, it's really warm here in the UK today, so it's good to stay cool. Drink plenty of water. So, what do we got? DUXOT. Yeah, I've heard quite a few different pronunciations of the brand on other YouTube channels reviewing this brand, but I'm going with DUXOT. And they have been kind enough, some would say brave enough, to allow me to have this watch into the channel and give my thoughts on it. The DUXOT Henri diver in chocolate brown. I'm going to go for sort of about, it's a bit more than milk chocolate. It's more, I don't know what that's at, 70% maybe chocolate cocoa. Yes, I've had this for a couple of days now. I've worn it out, went to a barbecue 2 days ago actually. So I've had it out in the sun. Brown is probably not wouldn't be my first choice of dial colour, but now that I've had this for a couple of days, it's become a bit of a guilty pleasure. They do various other colours, so check out the website to have a look at those. There's actually, I'll mention it now, there's a couple of links down below. They're not affiliate links. I don't get anything from them if you do decide to buy one of these watches via the link. But yeah, here's a nice way to see the other colours of this model that they do, and also the other models. There is actually, saying that this is brown, there is a Submariner homage on there. And not just homages, but this one is obviously of the Omega S&P 300. I saw the Submariner homage, which also in brown, which I thought looked very interesting. Yeah, so there's also a Father's Day. There's two links. They both go to the website. One's a Father's Day offer. This is around about £200, yeah, check out the deals that are on the website. So yeah, I've been wearing it. I think it suits my wrist size for a 7.5-inch wrist. It has two links out that are in the box somebody's taken out. It's got three micro adjust positions on the slightly tapered bracelet. I'm going to jump around here. So why would someone, I've mentioned it's a homage, why would someone buy a watch like this? Well, it's a few reasons. One, you don't want to spend the £6,000 on the original. Two is you might want to try the design, because it is a fairly, it's a very authentic homage. You might want to try the design. And three is because, you know, maybe this one or one of the others that DUXOT make you actually prefer. Because it, you know, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the S&P 300, but it doesn't have a helium escape valve, which I think a lot of people prefer. It has a taper to the bracelet. It goes from 20mm to 17.5, so it has a taper, which I think the original doesn't. So it might be because you prefer the homage. But let's talk about this watch in itself now. Not what were my initial impressions when I got this out of the box. They were that it's got a nice weight to it. I like a weighty watch, but you do immediately realise that weight and quality is in the head, not the bracelet, or not so much the bracelet or clasp. You can just feel that. But why? You know, you're buying a watch like this for its looks, I would say. So once it's on, that bracelet is doing its job. It's holding the watch on nice and safely and securely, and it's giving you that look. And the bit you look at the most is the dial, which where all I would say where all the quality is. Yeah, so that was my initial impressions. Let's go through a few specs. So I've measured it a 41mm case diameter, 14.5mm thickness, which I like. I like those proportions. I think they work really well. A lot of that thickness is on the case back, so you know, from the side angle it's quite a slim case. 47mm lug to lug, if you include the very slight protrusions on the end links, the overhang. It goes up to 51, but excuse me. But you are going to be, you're not going to be wearing the watch like that. So you are going to have some angle. You're going to have an angle there. But yeah, they're the measurements, and I'm sure a lot of you know which measurements you like best. But it should suit a wide range of wrist sizes. But as I say, I've been wearing it, and I'm very happy with the size and proportions and dimensions of the watch. What else? What else is it? What else is in the spec side of things? So it's dual loom. I'm not really a loom guy, but the loom is pretty good, and it is two different colours, so it's blue and green. 200 meters of water resistance via that screw down crown, which I'll come to in a minute. Double security clasp, as you've seen, domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating that I've mentioned. And did I mention it was push pins? Yeah, I'll come back to those as well. Actually, no, I mention them now. Now, I really like push pins. Obviously, they're what you would expect on a watch of this cost, so nothing wrong there. Interestingly, Grand Seiko have released a watch recently, which is nearly £9,000, and they normally have screwed links. But in this new one they have with their new Grand Seiko, have only just introduced a micro adjust clasp. This one has 3 positions, if I didn't mention that already. They normally have screwed links, but on the latest one, they have push pins, which I found a bit odd on a £9,000 watch, but on a £200 one, I think that's perfectly reasonable. And push pins are the easiest easiest way of changing links. And you're not going to really scratch anything, and you don't need any particularly special tools. You just need a little tool to push that out. I've probably got one here actually. No, that's not quite the right one, but I'm not going to change the links. But yeah, I like push pins, but that's really just going down the road of the specs. The last one that I left till last that I didn't mention, and I said I'd come back to the crown, is it's a Seiko NH35 inside. I like the NH35. I think it's a great movement to have in here. It's very reliable and very nice to use. Now, the reason I was going to mention the crown was I like the number of turns to get the crown out. It popped out just then. And when you're pushing it back in, you catch the thread, and then you've got a decent number of turns to secure it back in there. And as it's closed, I do particularly like the crown guards. They go well with the design of the watch. And if you like, this designer watch with all the scalloped bezel and the scalloped case back, then you and the the chamfering to the lugs. I think that those crown guards suit it really well also, and it's completely protecting that crown. So let's get the crown back out again. So it's NH35 as I've said. Really nice movement to adjust. It's got a quick set date. Go the right way. Quick set date, and then one more pop out, and you can adjust the hands, and obviously stops the second hand there, so it hacks. I don't normally operate a crown with just one finger, but just to show you how buttery smooth that movement is, I'll do it this once. Let's get the hands out of the way and pop that back in. Screw that back in. So that's pretty much the specs. And obviously, if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below if anything I've missed out that you wanted to know. I've mentioned my initial feeling, why, and obviously that it's great that the money's going to the everything here. Oh, that's why I've re-said that. I mean, a lot of it's 20mm lug width. A lot of guys. I'm a bracelet guy, but a lot of guys do apparently put NATO straps or leather straps on. So yeah, that would be ideal for that. I mean, particularly on this one being brown, a nice dark brown leather strap, I think would look stunning on this. Or a NATO, maybe a two-tone NATO, brown and beige. Would be good, and then you've got all the quality in the head, and you've got the strap of your choice if you wanted to do that. Not that there's anything wrong with the bracelet. Once it's on, it does its job superbly, and you've got that look. You know, that's really what you're buying a watch like this for, is the look, and as you know, as well as the quality of the moving parts. So that's the specs. What do I like? I like the. Let's talk about the dial a bit. I've already mentioned the NH35. So it's got rose gold around the hands indices and date window, and there is a slight. Oh, and it's got a blue tip to the seconds hand and the bottom line of text, which I think both of those colours go. If you're going to, rose gold goes very well with brown. I think more so than yellow gold. So I think that works really well. I like the blue tip to the second hand. I like a bit of colour on there, and I think that's it's not really baby blue, but it's quite a vibrant blue. I think that works well as an accent colour. Is that what it's called? It has some wavy lines on the dial. Don't know if you can see those in this shot, which are quite subtle, but they are there. And I particularly like the way, I know this is, again, homaging the Omega, but I like the way the chapter ring is. So it's got solid, let's get that a bit closer. It's got solid, this is a personal thing, I just really like it about Omegas, is that it has a solid, sort of tick for the 5-minute intervals, and then the ones in between are all joined at the top. I don't know why I like that, I just do. I think it's a lovely design of chapter ring. The brown of the bezel goes really well with the brown of the dial. What else did I want to say? He's looking at his notes. Oh, DUXOT. So I've moved the hand out of the way to show you this, but it's now gone back, so I'll move it out of the way again. The font for the branding on the dial is I like it's I always like 5-letter brand names. I think it's an important thing. Rolex and Tudor, the reason they're called that, well, one of the reasons is they wanted it to be a 5-letter brand name, and I think it works really well on a dial. The branding on the box, however, let's get if you can see that, you can sort of see it if I do that. Really, that sort of what would that shape be? Trapezoid. That I think would look better on. So this is the moans and niggles section now. I really like the DUXOT. It's perfectly okay. Doesn't look annoying, is what I'm trying to say. And the amount of text on the dial and the way it's spaced out, I think work really well. Nothing wrong with those whatsoever. But I do think that logo is nicer. And that is actually on the case back. I didn't show you the case back, did I? So it's got a nicely engraved case back with the scalloping as well. Yeah, really nice race section with the engraving on. Really nice case back. But yeah, DUXOT do have, if you look on the website, as I say, click on the link below, have a look. They have quite a few variations on branding on dials. This is one of them. And there is at least one other. But yeah, this one is perfectly acceptable. Now the niggles, let's look at my dislike section. There's only one really on the case area. Let's just, as he looks around for a glove to give that a little polish, because I've been had my mitts on it. It's the sort of engraving on the crown that I'm not particularly keen on. I think that's meant to be a D. I think that's a DUXOT D. It is. It's a DUXOT D. DUXOT. I don't know. Again, why didn't they just put that on there? It would look much. Not even the text, just the shape on there. But that, yeah, on the actual head of the watch, that's the only thing I can niggle about, really. And you know, the clasp, the bracelet is what the bracelet is, and I've covered that already, so that's not really what I would see a problem. And I think I have covered. There will be something that I want to say about this, and I didn't, or wanted to say, and I didn't. But yeah, overall, as I say, I've had it on my wrist for the last couple of days. Really pleased with it. Do have a look at those 2 links and check the other models out. Any questions, as I say, let me know in the comments below. But for now, one wrist, live it.